How's everybody doing this afternoon? Doing all right? Thank y'all for being here. My name's William Beckmann. It's my good buddy Tyler McCollum.
How y'all doing?
We're gonna play y'all some songs, some that we've written, a couple that we
Wish
that
we'd written?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, thank y'all for being here. Tyler, you want to go first?
No. I'd love to, actually. And like Will said, thank y'all for being here. And, you know, it sure does mean a lot to guys like us that we can come over in all these towns in Texas and play music for people who really appreciate, you know, singer-songwriters and storytellers and stuff like that. So, in the sake of that, I'm going to start with a song that I wrote about, there was a lady back in the Prohibition era that a lot of people don't know about her, but she ran more bootleg whiskey in the United States than almost any man in the country. And I always thought that was an amazing story because that was a man's game back then, you know. And she just kind of got out there and just kicked everybody's butt. And if there's anything you love more than an underdog story, I don't know what it is, because that was just one of those things in life. It's an inspiration when I learned about it, and just one of those things. Sometimes songs just hit you. So I sat down that afternoon at my apartment in college, and I wrote this song called Prohibition Rose, and I'd like to do it for you. Prohibition Rose sat on a counter with a long day and a downer. Where's the money go this time of year? It'd been a long day down the ladder. A ray of sun sure would have mattered. You could see the pain and tear in her eyes. She said, well, I've paid the sheriff, I've paid the beggar, the lights in the street and the old bootleggers. Well, I'm filling people's wild and sinful dreams. Oh, but where's the satisfaction for a girl like me? Running with the light of day, a sleight of hand played out to pay, and a look and a wink left all her boys in the dark. What a man would do to have her, and what the man would do to catch her, and oh, a cold life all this could be. So I say, Rose, won't you keep 'em coming to me? She said, well, I've paid the sheriff, I've paid the beggar, the lights in the street and that old bootlegger. Well, I'm filling people's wild and sinful dreams. Oh, but where's the satisfaction for a girl like me? And nobody knows just what became of old Miss Rose. So I say, Rose, won't you keep 'em coming to me? She said, well, I've paid the sheriff, I've paid the beggar, the lights in the street and that old bootlegger. Well, I'm filling people's wild and sinful dreams. Oh, where's the satisfaction? Honey, where's that satisfaction? Oh, where's the satisfaction for a girl like me? Thank you. Thank you guys very much.
you said it's over. Our love is dead and gone. I don't know where it went wrong, but honey, I won't complain if you decide to leave. So go on, walk out that door, and don't worry about me. I will be drinking bourbon whiskey all night long with my friends to keep me company. And darling, you won't be on my mind at all, because I'll be busy drinking bourbon whiskey. Pack your belongings, pack 'em up, and go back to Cleveland. Forget about me and enjoy your freedom. Just don't call me to say you're sorry and you miss me, because I won't listen. No, I'll be drunk off bourbon whiskey. I will be drinking bourbon whiskey all night long with my friends to keep me company. And darling, you won't be on my mind at all. No, you won't, because I'll be busy drinking bourbon whiskey. All night long with my friends to keep me company. And darling, you won't be on my mind at all, because I'll be busy drinking bourbon whiskey. I'll be busy drinking bourbon whiskey. Thank you. I'm 25 years old, for those of you that have a running bet that I'm not old enough to be drinking bourbon. Just throwing it out there.
We're working on a new record right now, and I'd like to do a couple new songs tonight, if that's okay with y'all. And I say that in case I forget words, just in case. But this is a song I wrote with a good friend of mine, Mr. Rob Baird, over in Austin, Texas, and we call it Pocket Aces. Southern fried inside a truck stop, holding out for some old drug. worn out western way of living, wondering was I good enough. I ain't here for a lover, I did not come here for a song. I cannot tell you where I come from, I don't remember what went wrong. I showed up holding pocket aces, burning through my dreams. To hell with all this time I've wasted coming down and getting clean. Leaning in on a memory, just another debutante, running with the country melody some dream a younger me had bought. I guess I'm here in depression, wondering what I could have been. To the face inside my review, I believe this is the end. I showed up holding pocket aces, burning through my dreams. To hell with all this time I've wasted coming down and getting clean. So goodbye to wherever I couldn't crawl out of the bar. I think I owe more to my liver than I ever will my heart. 'Cause I showed up holding pocket aces, burning through my dreams. To hell with all this time I've wasted coming down and getting clean, getting clean. Thank you.
Man.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Let's see if I can do a new one without forgetting the words. You did good, man. Now watch.
As far as everybody in here knows, those were the right words.
Wrote this song a couple days ago up in Nashville with this really great artist. Her name's Britt Taylor, and we met each other, and we were supposed to write this song. She's like, I really want to write an old school country song. I was like, well, now this makes sense why they put us together, because that's about all I do. And so we wrote this song. It's a sad song. Sorry, folks. Most of my songs are sad. But it's called The Sound of a Breaking Heart. I'm going to do my best to play it for you. It's the tick of the clock, passing the time away. It's the sound of teardrops at the end of each day. It's the creak in the wall, wind slamming that old screen door that echoes down the chills me to the core. It's the rain on the roof that reminds me of you. It tears my world apart. Well, I guess that's just the sound of a breaking heart. It's too quiet to sleep, so I watch that fan spin around. Don't wanna hear myself think, so I pull that old record out. It's a Hank Williams song without your voice singing along. It tears my world apart. Well, I guess that's just the sound of a breaking heart. It's the crickets at night, and when the morning dove cries, it tears my world apart. Well, I guess that's just the sound of a breaking heart. Well, I guess that's just the sound of Hey.
It was sad, but I could listen to it on repeat.
Play something happy.
Mm-hmm. Something happy? I don't know if I have any happy songs.
Me neither.
All the good ones are sad, you know? I mean, okay, I'll tell you what. We'll do one about a sad subject, but it's to a happy beat. Should I spend time telling that story? It's at my expense. I'll explain that. You know what? Hey, we're at the Mucky Duck. Last show of the run. Let's do it. Last year before, the world shut down, I had the bright idea to meet a girl on Instagram. And I flew out there and I saw her, and then she flew out to Austin. And by the way, we're not together anymore. I'll just go ahead and let you guys know that. But she flew here, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna fly out and see you one more time. Because we were getting busy, we're about to hit the springtime, and I was sitting at her apartment in South Carolina, Will.
I mean, that's a long way away.
Southwest has want-to-get-away fares. They don't cost a lot, And at the end of this story, I wanted to get away. I would have hitchhiked back to Texas. But I went out there, and our booking agent called me 3 days in, and he said, we just canceled 42 shows. And I was just like, well, I got nothing else to do. Might as well stay a week. And so I stayed a week, and then I turned on Fox News, and they said, you can't fly, you can't go to the grocery store, you can't do anything. Life's over for a while. And 30 days later, I was still in South Carolina in a one-bedroom apartment with somebody I had met on Instagram 3 months before and had seen twice in my life. And I told you this story was at my expense. But I tell you that story because I was at the point where she was upstairs in the apartment in bed and I was on the couch. It was a wonderful time, if you guys can't tell by now. And so she went to bed and I had a couple of drinks by myself and I sat down at the table and I wrote this song. And so I got to thank her in some way. And I know we're recording this. She has nothing to do with this song, by the way. I wrote it by myself. But she, I was there and I got home and I was like, man, had I not been there, I would not have this song. And so it's one of those things that you find yourself in some strange places in life as a writer. But you get the best songs out of those weird times in life. Am I right? You can sit in your apartment and try to write a song all day long. You don't like it. And then you end up in South Carolina with a girl you met 2 times on Instagram. And you come up with a song that's going on a record. It makes no sense at all. So, If she walks through that door, I'm out that door. But this is I guess athlete called Lonely. Well, the first time that I ever said I love you, I meant it from the bottom of my heart. So it's a standing in the rain, awful lonesome, lonely pain, just thinking of you and me apart. Well, the woman that I love no longer lives here. She fell in with a man I called a friend. So I'm stumbling through the day, just to each and every way, like a weather vane blowing in the wind. Honey, I don't take lightly all those things you said to me. So I won't go slowly as I'm walked out of your dreams. There ain't no lonely left in me. December came too quickly for a heartache, wishing somehow I could disappear. 'Cause it's quiet and it's cold, and everybody knows that you have no one next to you to hold. So saddled up I set my mind to running, but I never found no place for it to go. So I came in from the rain, blew the edge right off the pane, and got back out there bearing down the road. Honey, I don't take lightly all those things you said to me. So I won't go slowly as I'm walked out of your dreams. There ain't no lonely left in me. Honey, I don't take lightly all those things you said to me. So I won't go slowly as I walked out of your dreams. There ain't no lonely left in me. There ain't no lonely left in me. Thank you.
Got this new song that we just recorded and we're putting this song out too, but it's called 30 Miles, and it's I always thought it was interesting. I grew up in Del Rio, Texas, which is a small town on the border, but you know, just out in West Texas, there's just tiny towns everywhere. There's tiny towns all over the country, but I always thought it was interesting to think of like a love story between two people that lived a town away from each other, like there's both small town upbringing. So I wrote this song called 30 Miles, and it tells the story of these two people. There's 30 miles between you and I, but I'll still meet you in the dead of night. I'll drive right through that uneasy rain if it means I'll get to see your face again. And if you sing your favorite melody, you'll keep me in this dream I'm living in. Go ahead and laugh at me, tell me how you think I'm innocent. I'll tell you how I think your heart is wild. No one has to know about us, these towns are way too small to trust. So lock me away inside your room and we can do whatever we want to. And if you sing your favorite melody, you keep me in this dream I'm living in. Go ahead and laugh at me, tell me how you think I'm innocent. I'll tell you how I think your heart is wild. And I don't wanna go back to the town where I belong. I wanna stay with you till dawn and listen to you sing that same old song. It goes like there used to be 30 miles between you and I, but then you moved away and we had to say goodbye. It broke my heart in so many ways. I often find myself looking back on the days when you'd sing your favorite melody. Oh, what a beautiful dream that I was living in. Now I miss you making fun of me, telling me you thought that I was innocent. I told you how I thought your heart was wild. Oh, I miss those 30 miles. It's 30 miles on road. Thank you.
This next one just goes out to my mom.
I'm sorry for making you mad
Every day. I wrote this back in college. I went to college in Stephenville at Tarleton State University. I told a lady that once and she said, Charleston? And I was like, yeah, we'll just go with that. No, but I love it out there, and this is called Learn to Fly. To left me a striped fence, to me this all does not make sense. What's two when all you need is one? Who's to blame for the empty gun if all tears fall from the sky? Why do they fall from your eyes and leave a sparkle that you see in dreams? What's to come when the grass don't turn green? It's running fast, I cannot slow. I sit and wondering where I'll go, drifting heading glazy eyes. Hold me, mama, as I learn to fly on my own. If it tastes too good, it could be a lie. You ain't the apple of your mama's eye. Who needs the moon for the light? Flip a switch and we're back to life. Now what's in the air and who's on the seas? And who's the pretty girl glaring at me? Why is the sun shining off her hair? Why now do I seem to care? It's running fast, I cannot slow. Sitting wondering where I'll go, drifting heading glazy eyes. Hold me, mama, as I learn to fly on my own. Shake a left or take a right and hope that there's no one in sight. Do shadows really dance and gleam? They all look pretty damn dark to me. If time's the only thing we say we're in, then why we fight until a bitter end? Cashing in everything we know. Does dying rich determine where we go? It's running fast, I cannot slow. Sitting wondering where I'll go. Drifting, heading, lazy eyes. Hold me, mama, as I learn to fly. Hold me, mama, as I learn to fly on my own. Thank you. Is it time for a drink?
Like a real drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do one. I hate doing it by myself, so I was waiting for you.
Well, I'll drink with you.
Yeah, all right, I'm down.
I wasn't just wanting you to have one.
That's
I want one too.
Well, you've been drinking water, and everybody's like, well, Beckman's drinking, and he ain't, so what's going on there? What do you want?
Crown and Coke's never done me wrong.
Well, they have, actually, for me.
That could be a Luke Combs song.
We'll write it together. Man,
me and my brothers, because a lot of people, they say, hey, that's a song right there, you know? You hear that a lot. So we got on and bought that'sasongrightthere.com for like $14 the other day. Because why not? Maybe somebody wants it, you know? And it's like they're going to look it up. It's going to say Tyler McCollum right underneath it. How that was still open as long as the internet's been around, I'll never understand. What do you want, Will?
I'd just do a beer, man. Miller Lite or something.
Cold?
Lone Star, whatever. As long
Miller
as it's cold,
Lite?
man. It's cold. I'm from Del Rio. I'm not picky, dude. We drink warm beer down there sometimes.
I'm from East Texas. We drink Keystone and Keystone. And usually lukewarm. Out of the back of a bass boat or something.
The song's called Leaving Kansas.
Oh, yeah.
Tennessee. The day my past started catching up with me. Spent a little time down in Texas too. I can't go back without thinking about you. I've been feeling like a loaded Colt 45. Like a reckless soul just trying to survive. Yeah, and everything I love went up in smoke. Now I'm living off of whiskey and a little bit of hope. So here's to you, here's to me, here's to everything that wasn't quite meant to be. Here's to leaving Kansas for Tennessee. Well, you said you couldn't love a flatland heart, so you headed down south to get a brand new start. Like a prayer in the wind, I slowly drifted east. Oh baby, and I tried to put myself together again, piece by piece. Oh, but there's a difference in leaving and gone for good. forever even if I could. And you know Memphis ain't as scary as you think, even if you're choking on a smoke and drowning in a drink. So here's to you, here's to me, here's to everything that wasn't quite meant to be. Here's to leaving Kansas for Tennessee. Isn't everything that wasn't quite meant to be? Isn't leaving Kansas for Tennessee? Is to you and I setting each other free? Is to leaving Kansas for Tennessee? Thank you.
How about we do some songs that we wish we'd written?
I'm down. We can do that.
As most people in Texas, we all grew up listening to Robert L. Keane. I'll assume most everybody in the room is a Robert L. Keane fan. If you're not a Robert L. Keane fan, there's a door open in the back at the Mucky Duck that you can kindly use yourself. But you know, if it wasn't for guys like Robert L. Keane and the honesty and the storytelling and his songwriting, you know, that's what guys like us fell in love with when we were young, you know. My parents made us play sports, but all we wanted to do was pick guitars. Oh my goodness, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
But I'd like to do a Robert L. Keane song. It's called Ride. One day after 25 years, had a service at the local Sears. Helen Walker put a pencil down, he walked away. All she left was a little note, yeah, adios was all she wrote. But as she was leaving, someone heard her say, I'm gonna buy me a ticket to the end of the line. Gonna feel the air and breathe that countryside. Yeah, as long as those wheels keep rolling, I'll be satisfied. I'm gonna ride, ride, oh ride. One day I was down at Joe's, he was mopping up, getting ready to close. He sat down and he poured me one more brew. He looked at me with a sideways glance, said if I ever get the chance, gonna sell this joint, this is what I'll do. I wish that I could stay in this little town till my dying day, but in my heart I know I gotta go. So I'm sitting at the station waiting on the train, don't know when I'll be back again. Mr. Engineer, won't you let that whistle blow? I'm gonna buy me a ticket to the end of the line. Gonna feel the air and breathe that countryside. Yeah, as long as those wheels keep rolling, I'll be satisfied. I'm gonna ride, ride, oh ride. Thank you, Mr. Robert Earl King.
I'll play you a song I wish I had written. The song was, I think the song came out in the early 90s. I wish I would have written this song, but more than that, I wish I would have been in the music video. Or at least I didn't. If I was there, that would be enough. But if you ever see this music video, go back and look at it. It's like by far the sexiest music video of all time. The dude did it with that one model. I forget her name, but oh man, rolling around on the beach. I'm serious. Watch this video when you go home.
I think I might have seen it.
On fire and no one could save me but you. Strange what desire will make foolish people do. And I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. Game you play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do, make me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say, I've never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do, make me dream of you. And on fire and no one could save me but you. Strange what desire will make foolish lovers do. And I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you.
Thank you. I was thinking about the beach the whole time I was singing that.
Hey guys, real quick, if you're watching on the online stream, I'm sorry, I just stuttered through that. If you guys could, if you click on the link and become a supporting member of the Mucky Duck, keep the live streams coming and keep supporting this live music venue. You know, this is one of the big ones in Texas. So you can go to it's norfolkstreet.com if you're watching online. And we really appreciate it. Thank you very much for the Mucky Duck and from me and Will myself.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all again for being here. And if you're tuning in, thank y'all.
Well, not every treasure you find is silver or gold. No reason to believe all you've been told. I got stuck up in these pine trees, a sleepy little town. Well, not everything that's lost needs to be found. Not everything that's lost needs to be found. The loggers log the pine trees to a chainsaw's tune. There won't be too much left to log around here soon. Riding in my pickup, letting time pass me by. Yeah, I'll keep on till the stars burn out and the county lake runs dry. I'll keep on till the stars burn out and the county lake runs dry. Well, Murphy sits on the corner and picks his guitar all day long. No quarter or an ear for his song. These old lonesome houses were the nightmares of his kin. Those times are gone and we all know they ain't coming back again. Said those times are gone and we all know they ain't coming back again. 'Cause not every treasure you find is silver or gold. No reason to believe all you've been told. I got stuck up in these pine trees, a sleepy little town. Well, not everything that's lost needs to be found. Not everything that's lost needs to be found. By myself, trace my life through these pictures on the shelf. These old laughing friends and all those eyes of mine. They keep on looking back right at me each and every time. Yeah, they keep on looking back at me each and every time. Well, there ain't much going on since the open failed. All the timber out on the iron rail. That old lonesome whistle winds and slices through the night. Yeah, I'll keep on till the stars burn out and the county lake runs dry. Yeah, I'll keep on till the stars burn out and the county lake runs dry. 'Cause not every treasure you find is a silver or gold. No reason to believe all you've been told. I got stuck up in these pine trees, a sleepy little town.
Not everything that's lost needs to be found. Not everything that's lost needs to be found. The song was written by Mr. Austin Biggers, a cousin of mine. My aunt and uncle are here tonight. They drove all the way down from Conroe, so Aunt Kay and Uncle Billy, thank you very much for being here.
I wrote this song not too long ago, and it's called You Didn't Answer. It's about calling somebody on the phone. Of course, they don't answer. So what I would do whenever I would call somebody and they wouldn't answer is I'd sing this entire song and leave it as a voicemail. And I was doing that for a couple weeks. So some of my friends have a 3.5 minute long voicemail of this song. So it's not out, but if you want to give me your phone number, yeah, I'd call, don't answer, and you might just get your own little copy of it. I tried to call you on the phone, but you didn't answer. Now I'm sitting here at home, babe, I'm all alone, just thinking about you. And don't you know my heart is breaking? It's breaking right in two. All this wine that I've been drinking, babe, it's got me thinking I'll never get over you. I don't know where I went wrong, my dear, but you don't care to speak to me. It's clear I tried to call you on the phone, but you didn't answer. Now I'm sitting here at home, babe, I'm all alone, just thinking about you. And don't you know my heart is breaking? It's breaking right in two. All this wine that I've been drinking, babe, it's got me thinking I'll never get over you. Tried to call you on the phone, but you didn't answer. You're getting it next time I call you. You're getting it.
You're going to have to text me from now on because I'm not picking up.
You're not picking up.
Hey, I'd like to play another new song if y'all don't mind. We had a show in Houston one night, and it doesn't matter where it was or who it was, but this lady came up to the stage and she said, with a full band, she goes, "Will y'all play Footloose?" And I was like, "Ma'am, I don't think we have Footloose in the set list." I looked at the guys and they're like, "Oh, I don't know, maybe, you know." And I said, "I'll tell you what, next time we come out here, we'll learn Footloose, and I promise you we'll play it." And she goes, "How about for $100? And I said, "Damn, we still don't know Footloose." And she walked away, and I said, "Ma'am," you left a $100 bill on there." And I swear to God, she turned around, she goes, "We got money, honey," and walked off. It's the only time in my life I've been paid $100 not to play Footloose, but I'm just like, that's too good of a story not to share. So I called, I got in a conversation with a guy y'all all know, great singer-songwriter in Texas, name's Josh Abbott. And we sat down and we started talking about just, you know, the Texas that we all grew up in versus the Texas that it's kind of is now. And, you know, all the change, and there's good and there's bad and there's everything in between. But we got to talking. We wrote a song called Money Always Talks. And let's see how it goes. It's the way I walk, this laid-back way I talk, and all these Yankees moving here, they don't get me at all. All the ranches I know, going down with the setting sun, divided 5 acres and the builder's gone. And this downtown living's getting harder on these country roofs, staring at a high-rise, looking up in worn-out booths. They sell it as progress, we buy it like before. Yeah, money always talks, but it don't speak country no more. Old man Arthur Gant grew up working on his own land. Nowadays he can't fix his 40-20 with his own hand. I got this friend that I know into town with his last full load. What they gave him for his calves has hit a new low. And this downtown spending's getting harder on these country roofs, staring at a high-rise, looking up in worn-out boots. They sell it as progress, we buy like before. Yeah, money always talks, but it don't speak country no more. She said it won't be long, 'cause boys like you, they come back home. And this downtown living's getting harder on these country roofs, staring at a high-rise, looking up in worn-out boots. They sell it as progress, we buy like before. Yeah, money always talks, but it don't speak country no more. No more. No more. Thank you guys, and real quick, whether you got a water or a drink or a grilled cheese in your hand, I don't care. Cheers, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here and supporting us, and especially supporting the Mucky Duck, guys. This is a special venue, and there's a lot of them in Texas that are closing down, so let's do our part to keep them all open, and you know, this one ain't going anywhere. We know that. But thank you guys. Cheers very much for being here. I'm not gonna lie. I thought one of those was coming to stage, and I was like, no.
It's a true story.
Up this morning with a terrible pounding in my head. empty whiskey bottle lying beside me in my bed, next to a letter from my baby. Oh, and this here's what it read. She said, I'm tired of your ways, boys. I packed up and I left town. I did my best to love you, but time after time you let me down. Don't you come looking for me, boy, 'cause once I'm gone I can't be found. That's what she said. She can't be found. No, my sweetheart done left town. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, 'cause my sweetheart can't be found.
I wish Waylon Jennings was still alive so he could cut this song.
Me too. Now I'm singing sad love songs down in some dusty old saloon, just to thinking about that woman has got me howling at the moon. That girl was sweet as an angel and hotter than the month of June. Now it's 2 in the morning and I'm all drunk and all alone. I've tried to call that woman about a dozen times now on the phone. I hear her voice, but all she tells me is leave a message at the tone. Can you believe that? She can't be found. No, my sweetheart done left town. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, 'cause my sweetheart can't be found. She can't be found. No, my sweetheart done left town. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do now, 'cause my sweetheart can't be found. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, 'cause my sweetheart can't be found. Not now.
Hey,
How about a John Prine song?
I love John Prine, man.
Let's do, how about we Carousel of Love?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Going down to ride a merry-go-round in the middle of a bad storm. I feel a little forlorn. Your man blows a mean horn. I think my baby's stuck on a roller coaster looking for a sad song. I gotta get her on track with this carousel of love. If I could only go back in time to at least last Tuesday, it wouldn't be a blues day, or maybe April Fool's Day. I'd buy her flowers and I'd tell her that tomorrow might be a better news day. And then I'd take her for a ride on this carousel of love.
I've always thought this last verse was one of the best love verses I've ever heard in my life.
If our love is gonna last, then you know it's gonna have to go the long way. There's 100 million wrong ways, searching for a strong way. So take my hand, I'll always be your man, and I'll always go the right way. Down the highway that leads to this carousel of love. Down the highway that leads to this carousel of love.
Thank you, Mr. John Prine.
And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. Said meet up on my pony, on my boat. And if I were Roy Rogers, I'd sure enough be single. I couldn't bring myself to marry an old Dale. It'd just be me and Trigger. We'd go riding through them movies. We'd buy a boat and on the sea we'd sail. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. Said meet up on my pony, on my boat. The mystery masked man was smart, got himself a Tonto. His Tonto did the dirty work for free. But Tonto, he was smarter, and one day said, Kimosabe, kiss my ass, I bought a boat, and I'm going out to sea. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. I said meet up on my pony, on my boat. And if I were like lightning, I wouldn't need no sneakers. Well, I'd come and go whenever I would please. I'd scare 'em by the light post, and I'd scare 'em by the shade tree. But I would not scare my pony on my boat out on the sea. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. Said meet up on my pony, on my boat. Said meet up on my pony, on my boat.
Too loud. I love a song there for you. Hey.
I promise you the next time we play that, we're playing Footloose. I guarantee it. She did. When they left that bar that night, they were in a white 1-ton crew cab dually that was jacked up higher than this building, and I was like, that's got to be them. I mean, it was the nicest pickup truck I've ever seen in my entire life, and I was like, I'm damn sure that's the girl that left $100 on the stage.
She pulls out of there. There's a bumper sticker that says, "We got money, honey."
Town, he called her on down, said, Evelyn Roy, you've got a beautiful face. She turned around and glared in her gown. Evelyn Roy, you've got beautiful taste. Well, he said that he would make up for the things that were lost and the times that were gone. She cracked a grin, for she knew within that a poor boy and a heartbreaker healed on their own. She said, you cannot hold what you did not stand by. Guess the weight of my world did not fit you right. Oh, don't hold on loosely. Good luck, goodbye, and good night. Tomorrow he will crawl from his sheets. His head will be aching, his bones will adjust. Alone in her sheets, she'll show her teeth. Evelyn Roy, you've done just what you must. She said, you cannot change what you've done in my life. Guess the weight of my world did not fit you right. Oh, don't hold on loosely. Good luck, goodbye, and good night. She said, you cannot hold what you did not stand by. Guess the weight of my world did not fit you right. Oh, don't hold on loosely. Good luck, goodbye, and good night. Good luck, goodbye, and good night.
Thank you. Oh, those aren't shots. I don't know who sent these, but thank you very much.
Cheers.
We'll charge this one to the room. Thank you, guys. That's better whiskey than I'm used to drinking. Can you guess?
Don't make me guess in front of people, dude. I got a song called Bourbon Whiskey. If I get it wrong, they'll never forgive me.
I like that. He's whispering answers to me up here.
He said it was Woodford. It was Woodford or Bland. I couldn't tell.
Thank you, fellas.
All right, since we're drinking whiskey now, I got a lot of whiskey songs, so don't think it's over yet, folks. I'm gonna play y'all this one song. I wrote this song when I was in college, and I got an older brother, and him and I'd get in trouble all the time for when we were in high school for stealing all my dad's booze from his liquor cabinet. And they'd go out of town. My parents would go out of town. We'd throw parties, and we'd basically drink all of their liquor. And the funny thing is, I'm an adult now, and I still do it when I'm at their house. But anyway, I wrote this song when I was 19, and it was about when I used to do that. And then I played it for my dad, and he loved the song so much that, whenever his friends would come over, I'd play it for him. He'd make me play it for him, which was funny because, like I said, I still do it to this day. But at this point, he doesn't get mad because it's just adding to the legacy of this song. So now it's just kind of like a running joke. So now it's funny. We used to get in trouble before, but anyway, it's a very true story. It's called Stealing Bottles from My Dad. It's all very true now. Did y'all ever steal your dad's whiskey at all?
Oh, dude, fill it up with water like you wasn't gonna
No,
notice.
dude, you can't do that. See, okay, hold on, y'all. I got a bone to pick. With them because people tell me, I've been playing this song for a long time, and people like, oh, we used to do the same thing. We drink half the bottle and then fill it back up with water. It's like, why would you do that? Because then you're just ruining the rest of the whiskey. You know what I mean?
At that age, it's about not getting your butt whooped.
Dude, I'd rather.
At 16, I'd have ruined the whiskey.
No, man, I'd rather just say, all right, we're doing it. And then just the next morning, where'd all the whiskey go? Oh, we drank it. Ass whooping. Boom. Well, this here 19-year-old prepubescent went down the street to the 7-Eleven and walked right up to the cashier, holding 2 cold cases of beer. And I smiled and gave him my fake ID, and he took one good hard look at me, and he laughed. He said, "Kid, nice try, but not tonight." Well, I got pissed off and I drove out of there, wishing I was older with a little more facial hair, but above all, wishing I had me just a little bit of alcohol. So I sat around thinking what to do, trying to figure out how I could score some booze, and I thought to myself, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go to plan B. I'm stealing bottles from my dad. No, it's really not that bad. Stealing whiskey, stealing wine, taking whatever I can find. From time to time I've had to steal bottles from my dad. Well, I've done it once, okay, maybe twice. Hell, who am I kidding? I've done it all my life. But hey, who's counting? No, not me. I'm only 5-finger discounting. Don't you worry, Daddy, I'll pay you back when I'm old enough to buy that Tennessee Jack, and I'll restock your entire liquor cabinet with your favorite scotch, Mr. Buchanan's. Lord knows I've stolen at least a dozen over the years, but so has my brother and cousin. We're good kids, I swear we ain't punks. It's just that sometimes we steal to get drunk. But folks, please don't call me a thief or a crook. Oh yeah, if you see my dad, tell him not to look in the refrigerator tonight. I'm pretty sure he's all out of Coors Light. I'm stealing bottles from my dad. No, it's really not that bad. Stealing whiskey, stealing wine, taking whatever I can find. From time to time I've had to steal bottles from my dad. Stealing bottles from my dad. No, it's really not that bad. Stealing whiskey, stealing wine, taking whatever I can find. From time to time I've had to steal bottles from my dad. But it ain't that bad. He still loves me, even though I drink his whiskey.
I think we got about a song apiece each, and I'm going to do one I wrote about my grandfather. Yeah, I grew up out in East Texas, running around. I was from Conroe, but we spent a lot of time out in Crockett and Groesbeck and all that. And 14 years old with a 1-ton single cab dually and a gooseneck trailer full of bulls. And 2 14-year-olds driving the thing with a 6-pack of Bud Light in between us. And he would just tell us, he'd say, at that age, he'd say, I'll see y'all down the road. And we go to Crockett. We drive 2 hours down the road at 14 years old, no driver's license, beer in the car, pulling tractors on flatbeds, pulling bulls. But I look back at that, and I said, a lot of kids don't get to grow up that way anymore, And the world's changed a lot. And I got to thinking about that. Somebody asked me one day, they said, if you had a time machine, where would you go? And everybody was saying things like Woodstock and, you know, all the major events in the life that everybody wants to go back to that we all miss. But I said, to be honest with you, man, I go back to being about 12 years old working with my grandfather in the summer. I said, if you think about it, that's some of the best times you can ever have in your life as a young man, you know? Because your parents don't know what you're doing. Your grandpa lets you get away with everything, you know?
Right.
And we go up to Groesbeck, and I learned this. The one thing that you can never do when you're working with your grandfather as a kid is wake up first. It's physically impossible. I've tried it. We'd get up, and every morning when we get up, he'd be in that diesel truck out in the driveway because he always read papers and took notes on how many cows we moved or lost or whatever the day before and how many cows we had to move today. And you'd hear that diesel running. And when you open your eyes, that diesel was running. And you look like three monkeys in a bedroom just trying to throw on clothes and get out there because you thought he'd be mad, you know? Yeah. And all we were doing was like going to town to Dairy Queen to get breakfast, you know? But like, and then we get to work at like 11 and tell our parents we worked all day. And that's like the beauty of working with your grandpa when you're a kid, you know? And both of your sons were there too, Aunt Kay. And, but you know, I thought about that one time. I said, man, I miss those mornings waking up in a panic hearing that diesel engine running out there. And he passed a couple years ago, so I wrote a song called Time Machine on my last record, and I'd like to close my half of the set out with it tonight. This one goes out to Mr. Bobby Yancey.
Well, these old white lines used to make me shiver. Too many running side by side. But in the arms of your mother, only showed her that you loved her, never knew you were the highway kind. Ain't no difference in direction, just a matter of your reason. Keep it close, was yours to begin. And the fire in your mind's gonna take its sweet time, leave you wondering why you ever went. If you know what you believe, then make it what you see. It's never too far off anyway. 'Cause all that you know is when that sun sets low, you can't go back and light up your day. A darling in the breeze, a darling's what you need to keep your mind off of the weight. But your brim's hanging down, it's pointing at the ground. All you did was close your eyes in the shade. Sometimes I dream about where I'd go, with a trailer and a time machine and an open road. I'd go to Grandpa waiting outside in a diesel, shaking and idling on gravel and stone. Well, your head wants things that your heart can't handle. Tough times in the city alone. How do you friend a road that never ends? How the hell did you get this far on your own? It's a crazy way to live, just another 80s kid with a trend for staying out late. When outside of town there's a brand new sound, and you can't escape the way you were raised. Well, sometimes I dream about where I'd go, with a trailer and a time machine and an open road. I'd go to Grandpa waiting outside in a diesel, shaking and idling on gravel and stone. Sometimes I dream about where I'd go, with a trailer and a time machine and an open road. I'd go to Grandpa waiting outside in a diesel, shaking and idling on gravel and stone. I'd go to Grandpa waiting outside in a diesel, shaking an island on gravel and stone.
Thank you. Will, you want to close us out, brother? Y'all give it up for one of my good friends, Mr. Will Beckmann here, y'all. Come on.
Thank you very much. I don't know what to play, man. It's the last song. It's about all I can do off the top of my head. I'm gonna get Kevin Bacon out here somewhere. Might be able to do this one. Hold on. I don't want to end with a sad song though. Maybe I should reconsider doing this one.
Yeah.
Do two? Yeah. I'll do this song and then I'll end it with something else up there.
Yeah.
Some days happy. Yeah, some days happy. But I'm gonna. Selena. We'll get to those. This one's. I'm gonna play y'all one that's about to come out, and I really like this song. Your brother likes this song. He's always asking me to play it for him. Really excited to finally have this one out.
What's the name of it?
This song's called In the Dark.
Where'd you go, baby? How'd you disappear? Did you go looking for freedom in some town far away from here? 'Cause I can see you in the distance of a faded memory. I should've known you had your fingers crossed every time you said that you loved me. Now I can't find a single answer, 'cause you left me in the dark. How am I supposed to carry onward? What am I supposed to tell my heart? There's whiskey in the bottle, but it won't be there for long. If I keep asking all these questions, wondering if I did something wrong. Now I'm locked up in our bedroom, like a prisoner in a cell. Spend too much time thinking about you, too many nights going through hell. Now I can't find a single answer, 'cause you left me in the dark. How am I supposed to carry onward? What am I supposed to tell my heart? 'Cause I still love you. Oh, what a foolish thing to say. 'Cause I'm sure I have not crossed your mind in at least 100 days. Oh, but I just want you to light my world up once again. I can't accept the fact that you and I have reached the end. I wish I would have known you were gonna leave me feeling blue. Makes me wonder why I ever wasted all my time loving you. Now I can't find a single answer, 'cause you left me in the dark. How am I supposed to carry onward? What am I supposed to tell my heart now? go, baby? How'd you disappear? Did you go looking for freedom in some town far away from here?
Y'all, thank y'all for being here. It means a lot.
Thank you so much. We're going to let the on-air light go off, and then we got a little more.
We good?
Okay, how the hell are you? All right, now that we're off camera, what's going on, everybody?
More, folks. I've been waiting.
Woo, that light makes you nervous, don't it?
Shit.
I'm going to drink a little whiskey about it. We're going to play another song. Hey, for real, thank y'all so much. Y'all have been an awesome crowd.
Awesome.
Like, thank you very much. This is the last night of our 3-show run, so we need sleep, we need food, we got to gas up and go home here in a little bit, but just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate it. Will, you want to kick this off? I tell you what, why don't you let me do the first one and you close out?
We can do that for sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.